This
So I just
conference
want
will now be recorded.
hands-on on service management module. So that's why I want this class.
Okay, all right. And how many years of experience you have, Shiva,
You mean the total years of experience?
in SAP?
In SRP, around 15 years.
Okay, okay, all right. Thanks. All right. So I'll give my introduction. My name is Samir. I am into SAP from past 15, 16 years. Like Ali, I've also started my career as a SAP CRM guy, and then later moved on into C4C, V1, C4C, V2, FSM, Qualtrics, and service management. So earlier we had SAP's customer management module, CM module, which was a part of, not a part of S4HANA integrated suite, but it was part of an add-on. So that was a core service. I had worked on that, and now SAP has released the integrated version that is a part of S4HANA box, that is SAP service. So from SAP CRM perspective, Ali, I tell you, like, it's more or less the same. Okay, there are some few enhanced functionalities that is available in S4HANA service now, and on top of that we are also going to use the PM functionality of S4HANA box, okay, in order to do the end-to-end scenario. Okay, PM means plant and maintenance. Okay, so here in S4HANA service we are leveraging the plant maintenance module to do the extensive services. So from SAP S4HANA service standpoint, we are going to learn the end-to-end service scenario, and then all the integration. Of course, we do not need to do the integration because it's a part of the same box. But yes, we have to learn how we can leverage the other modules, like for example, plant maintenance, MM, SD, okay, for our end-to-end scenarios. So my experience is predominantly into SAP service these days, and I do have experience in SAP CRM, C4C, and FSM as well. So from FSM standpoint, so we can use SAP S4HANA service for the integration of FSM, so that we can integrate the service orders that are being created in S4HANA, and that will go into the plant maintenance module, and then after plant maintenance it will go to the what do you call FSM system, where it will create a service call, and then the technician will go and then process the service call, and once the service call is completed, it will go back to S4HANA service module in the maintenance order and also in the corresponding service order for the end-to-end scenario. Any questions so far?
Yeah, so from a CRM standpoint, I haven't worked on service, SAP CRM, but in C4C, I've worked extensively on service and also in FSM. With FSM, obviously, it's a service. But with S4HANA standpoint, I just wanted to know, is it necessary for me to know plant maintenance also? Or all the touch points will be covered, just in case?
I will cover the touch point that is related to
Lost your
PM.
voice.
Okay,
Hello.
can you hear me now? Naveen, can you hear me? Shivapriya?
Yeah, I can hear you, Samir.
Ali, I think there is some problem from your end.
He said he can hear. Okay.
Is it? Let's double check. Ali?
Hello.
Yeah, Ali, are you back?
Yeah. Sorry, there was some network issue. So,
Okay. Hmm.
yeah. So you were saying something.
Yeah, I was saying that I'm going to cover the touch points related to PM. Okay, plant
Hmm.
maintenance. What is required to perform the complete end-to-end service?
Hmm.
Okay, now I'll tell you why PM is coming into picture here. Okay, and it's okay if you haven't worked on service part when you were working in SAP CRM. Okay,
Hmm.
because
Yeah.
see, And it's also okay, like whatever you have worked on C4C from service standpoint. Okay, like see, in service, in service for cloud, whatever we call it, C4C or service for cloud, the service portion is really minimal.
Mm.
Okay, if you talk about sales, then there is one big object in C4C, that is opportunity, where you play around with the system and you can really utilize the system from C4C standpoint. Okay, but from service standpoint, you cannot do anything without integration with S4. That is one thing. And second thing, the C4C service feature is really limited. Okay, so if you're working in say manufacturing industry, where the service is being used extensively, then C4C is not the right tool, right?
Correct. Yeah. So, I mean, just wanted to know, are you going to
Mhm.
cover the integrations also between C4C and S4 and also FSM and S4?
No, we are not going to cover the integration point. Okay, see, SOP S4HANA service itself is a really big module. Okay,
Mhm.
uh, we will learn end to end all the functionality that is available. I will cover the touch point that is available between the other modules. Okay, like see, where we have to do the external integration. Like for example, if you have to do the integration with FSM, that is going to be an external integration, because it's not the same box, right?
Mm. Yeah.
So I'm not going to cover that. Even if you'll ask me like how we can cover the do the integration between S4HANA and C4C, I'm not going to cover that. Okay, but whatever is available in S4HANA box, okay, and whatever the internal touch point that is available, say between MM and S service, like sales and service, okay, PM and service, MM and service, that is all I'm going to cover. I will talk about the integration point. I'll let you know what all are the important things that we need to know, but
Mm.
I'm not going to cover the detailed integration between the system. That's a
No problem.
whole different thing altogether.
I understand because there's CPI involved, and there are other things
Yeah,
as well. But if
not only
you,
CPI, like I'm working with other project with Naveen itself.
Mm.
It's very exhaustive to do the integration. Okay, so and then it's not only CPI, because CPI has a limited functionality available. Okay, so we'll have to bring in the
Okay.
another middleware that is called Proaxia to integrate FSM with S4HANA. If we need all those extensive service.
Yeah, but at least what we do in S4 HANA to integrate to different systems, are you going to talk about
I'll
that,
show that.
or
Yeah, yeah, I'll show that.
because S4 HANA itself, I mean, for example, if there is a third party system, what
Hmm.
all is required in the S4 HANA system to be done to integrate it with the
Hmm.
third party system? Maybe
I'll
CPI
show
is
you that.
involved or
Yeah,
not involved.
yeah. I'll show that. Yeah.
Okay. And apart from that, what are the course contents? Let's say, what all are you going to cover?
See, uh, I'll send you the course content. I think Naveen has already shared with you, isn't it?
Uh, okay. Yeah,
Yeah,
I
I think
think
Naveen has
it's the
already
same
covered
course
it, right?
content. So
Yeah,
repairs and returns, all of that is covered.
I'll resend you once again. Yeah.
Okay.
right. Yes. In-house
So
repair is,
repairs management, returns, all of that is covered.
yes, yes, yes.
Okay, and apart from that, SAP, SM is, I think, SAP CRM service and ECCCS both clubbed together. This is what is called as SM now, right? So SAP CRM service
Yes,
also has IC in it. So are you also going to cover IC part?
yes. I'll cover the IC part.
Okay, and if in standalone, if a field service has to be performed, FSM is not into the picture.
Hmm.
All that part will be covered, or
Yes,
how
that
does
is all
it?
covered. Yes.
Okay, all right.
Um. Uh. Sorry. Shiva Priya, you have any question for now?
No, not now. You can proceed.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. See, Shiva Priya, so since you have like, OTC experience, right? Order to
Mm-hmm.
cash. Okay, so if you learn this STC, we call it service to close. Okay, so if you learn both STC and OTC, so like, since you have like a good experience, 15 plus years of experience, if you'll show both, it will really help you in your future. Because see, I'm coming from CRM background, Ali is also coming from CRM background, so I know what is the future. Okay, this C4C V1, it didn't go well in the market, though we all survived for few years, but now there is I don't see any project. I don't know, Ali, if you see any project in the market. I don't see any project, and SAP
No.
itself is like, not pushing much V1, because now V2 is in picture, and now V2 is a altogether different product. Though it looks like same, but we have to leverage BTP now. Now ABSL is gone, okay, and now this CS is going away. Now it is being replaced with the CRM, and CS is both combined and coming as service. So what I feel that this service is going to be the future from the CRM perspective, because it is a part of the same box. Okay, we do not have to do any integration, okay, unless we have FSM and all in picture. Okay, otherwise, even without FSM, we can provide the services. We can assign it to the technician. The technician will take up the work, they'll consume the activity, they'll close the ticket. All those things is available inside the S4HANA box itself. So there is no external integration is required, and there is no extra license for the customer. So I believe personally is like this is going to be the future of CRM.
CRM will still be there, Samir, or this would replace CRM?
No, CRM will not be there. CRM is
Oh,
anyway gone. The last implementation I had done in CRM was back in 2000, before Corona. New implementation is not rolling out for CRM. It's already dead.
okay.
No new CRM implementation is coming. Even SAP is going to close the support. They had given the last date by 2025, but since many of the customers still not migrated, so they have, I think, extended for 2 more years. Now it will be available until 2027, and then after 2027 there will be no even support for CRM.
So this will be a best option for me, right? So learning service management along with
Exactly, that's what I'm trying to say. Yeah, because STC plus OTC, like I know OTC. I mean, not as good as you, but I know OTC, and it really helps me to do the end-to-end integration and working as a solution guy.
yes, Samir. Yeah.
All right. So
Okay,
Ali,
so
what is
Samir,
your perspective from the market? Like how do you think is going to be the future?
what SM service manager?
Yeah.
See, I'm working as a C4C and FSM consultant, so
Mm-hmm.
it's a logical choice for me to get myself covered
Mm-hmm.
from all the ends. So that's why I'm
Correct.
going to SM training.
Mm-hmm.
Apart
Mm-hmm.
from that, S4HANA or ERP space is a completely new for me, so I can't really
Mm.
comment on that. So ever since
Okay.
I started,
Mm-hmm.
exploring what S4HANA entails, that is
Mm-hmm.
when I got to know that earlier we just had ECC, but now you have public cloud and private cloud is also divided into on-prem and then on-prem
Yeah.
cloud. So that's
Mm-hmm.
causing confusion. So my next question to you was, I mean,
Mm-hmm.
I'm asking a question from within a question. So when my
Go ahead.
question is, yeah, so uh, my question is that are you this is this training going to be on-prem, public, private cloud, or or exact this is private,
It is going to be
going to
on
be
cloud. Sorry, on premise.
on-premise?
Okay.
Okay,
Yeah, it will be on premise system. Yeah.
on-premise, but the
Yeah.
navigation, the system functionality, everything is the same. Whether the customer
Not
goes and
exactly.
on-prem, not
Not
exactly.
exactly. Yeah, there will be a little different. Okay.
Hmm.
So it'll not make much difference, okay, but I'll be honest with you, there'll be some changes here and there, okay. So for that you'll have to refer the document, okay. There is a really good document offered by SAP, okay. Like
Hmm.
for example, I have faced many issue in my previous implementations, like for example, in warranty, like I committed customer that okay, we can give you this in warranty, that in warranty, and then I
Hmm.
realized that that warranty is only available in public cloud, and
Hmm.
it's very limited in private cloud. Okay,
Okay.
so there are some changes here and there, little bit. Okay, so we
Hmm.
have to be cautious when we are committing anything to the client. Otherwise, 90 to 95% it is the same.
So you're comparing public cloud with private cloud, right?
Private cloud and on-premise is same. Public cloud is different.
Yeah. So I am putting aside public cloud at the moment
Hmm.
because that's a software as a service, right?
Hmm.
What I'm talking about is on-premise,
Hmm.
S4HANA, and
Public
S4HANA
cloud.
private cloud. These
Private.
things are the
This.
same, right?
Yes, this is the same. That's what I'm
They're
saying.
the same. Okay.
Yeah.
It's only the where the the server is hosted, whether it is
Correct.
hosted by whether the customer is keeping it keeping it in his own premise, or is it hosted by SAP? on some
Correct.
AWS or right?
Correct. Correct.
Okay. Public cloud is different. I know when it's a different
Mm.
application altogether. Okay,
Yes.
that is fine.
But from service perspective, it's
Okay.
90% the same. Okay.
All right. I mean,
10%
so
here
my
and
main
there.
concern
Hmm. I think I've lost you again, Ali.
is C4C guy, so Service Cloud will always be there in picture for me. So I would like to know the integrations with that as well. Or maybe,
So,
let's
Ali, I
suppose.
lost you in between. Can you please repeat your question?
Yeah, so what I was saying is that integrations will be I would like to understand the integrations. You mentioned that you won't be talking
Hmm.
about it, but I would like to know from the S4HANA system perspective, what all things we do. Like,
Hmm.
for example, if you talk about C4C, you create communication systems and arrangements, right? All of that
Correct.
you do. And then you provide
Correct.
the information to CPI guy. I'm not talking about CPI. For example, if I'm doing C4C training, I'm not talking
Hmm.
about, what CPI guy does or what is done
Hmm.
in ECC, but at least you should be
Hmm.
knowing
Hmm.
what is done in the C4C system, right?
See, there is a difference, Ali. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
C4C is a small tool.
Mm-hmm.
S4HANA is a big tool. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Generally, we do not create, similar configuration like we do in C4C. Like in C4C, it's very easy. You create a communication system, you create a communication arrangement, you go and select your services, you enable it, you put the filter, and then you give the detail to CPI. Your job is done,
Yeah.
right? And then you have to
Yeah.
talk about the integration, look into the filters, what all data you want to say, what all is send, what all data you have to receive, and then you go to your XML data and you see what is coming, what is not, and then
Mm-hmm.
based on that you configure it and you fix the issue. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
S4 HANA is really big system. We already
Mm-hmm.
have basis guide to do many of the things. Okay. Like
Mm-hmm.
here, I don't know if you remember CRM on premise. In CRM on premise, what we used to do, we had to create the logical system SM59, and then we had to do so many things
Yeah.
like
Yeah. Correct. So,
you
I
know
mean, if I talk
uh,
about a C4C implementation, where in C4C you do the scoping, you do all the open activity configurations, you create
mhm,
communication systems arrangement, you provide the information to the CPI guy, he deploys the
mhm,
artifact. Apart from
mhm,
that, in ECC, there are you create logical systems and
mhm,
you activate all the services,
mhm.
and there's other things also that you do a lot of things
Mhm.
in ECC system. So,
Correct.
with respect to ECC, let's say you define the daily distribution models, right, for data
Mhm.
exchange. There are output types and all those things that you do. So, are you
Correct.
also going to talk about those things with respect to S4 HANA?
That's what I'm saying. That see, S4 HANA, there is a lot of things that we have to do. Okay.
Hmm.
So I am not going to cover all of them in detail. It's
Hmm.
not that I do not know that. I know that, but we can take this forward uh, for another training, I would say, because it's a lot of work. It will take a lot of effort.
Hmm.
Okay, that would be an additional effort. I know what I'm going through right now, integrating for another system. It took a lot of my time and the basis guide time, FSM guide time in order to do the integration. Okay, so this training we are going to focus on SAP service and the integration architecture, basic integration, what all configuration we are doing in S4HANA system, that I'm going to cover. But if you talk about end-to-end integration scenario,
Hmm.
we have to go for another training for that.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
All right. So if I show you the system, is my screen available? I mean, can you see my screen?
Yeah.
Yes, yeah.
From where do I go full screen on this?
Just try it. I'm also unsharing my screen for a minute. I'll just try to download the content that Naveen has shared.
Okay.
But I'm sharing my screen again. Can you see my screen?
Yeah, we can see, but it's not a full screen actually. It is coming.
Hmm.
I think we don't have the option to.
Do the full screen, is it?
Yeah.
Anybody from Expertsoft can help here, please?
So there's an option. Go to the three dots on the top on the right hand side. You
Okay.
have toggle full screen.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, here, toggle full screen.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
Okay. All right, so this is the content that Naveen has shared. Okay, so what we are going to cover is the overview of SAP S4HANA module, what all we cover in the service side. Okay, we are also going to cover the UI client. Okay, so how the UI and the Fiori app will look like for service, how what all Fiori apps are there, for what there is no Fiori app, for what we have the Fiori app, how those Fiori app works. So all those things we are going to cover here. Then we are going to cover the organization module. So organization module, there are two types of organization module available in S4HANA. One is sales organization, second is service organization. Sales organizations, we are not going to create it. Rather, we are going to consume the sales organization that has been created in the sales module, SD module. So Shiva Priya, so whatever you sales area data you create in your SD module, we are going
Mm-hmm.
to leverage that in service. Okay.
Okay.
So there is a configuration available to bring those sales area that has been created, whatever is being consumed in the service section. Okay. And the service organization we are going to create from scratch in service. Okay. Why do we need both sales and service organization in service area? Because in service we also do the sales. That is why we are going to leverage the sales um, uh, area, sales organization, distribution channel and division. And for services we are going to create our own service organization in the system. Then we are going to see any question. If you have, just stop me in between. Okay, so far how is it going? Any question? Do you want me to go fast, slow, more
Fine for me.
elaborate?
Oh, this it is fine for me, Samir. So this is
Okay.
fine. You can proceed. Yeah.
Okay, all right. Then we are going to cover the master data. So of course, master data is like how we are going to cover the material from the system. Okay. Also, we'll see how we are going to consume the bombs. Okay. So here from C4C standpoint, Ali. So we have install base in C4C, right? So
Yeah.
here we do not have install base in S4HANA service. Okay, though we have install base in service CS module, customer service. If you go into the system, you will see install base, but we will not use it because we all know that CS is going away. Okay, so in next 1 or 2 years, there will be no CS at all. So we are not going to use the install base, rather we'll using the bomb. Okay, and bomb is a kind of shared service which is being used both in service module as well as in the PM module. So we will also understand what kind of bomb we are going to create in our system and what kind of bombs that are already available in the PM system, how is it different and all those things. So here we are going to touch point the master data that are being used in the PM module. Okay, customer master data, of course, it's a generic business partner that is going to come from the SD module. Okay, so earlier in ECC we have XD01, now no XD01. So like we had in CRM, we had BPT code. So we are going to use the same BP here to create the customer master. Okay. Then in the material, we are going to use the serial numbers and assets. Okay, so serial number plays a vital role here in the service scenarios because this is a very important key to do the services. Okay, so we'll see how we can generate the serial number, how we can assign the serial numbers to the um, uh, product. We call registered product in C4C, but here we are going to call it as an equipment. Okay, we will also see how we can leverage the SD functionality to generate the serial number and automatically create the equipment once the product is delivered to the customer. Right. So, uh, Shiva Priya, in your SD process, what you do? You create a quotation, you create a order, you create a delivery, and during delivery, you create the serial
PGM.
number profile, right?
Yeah.
Do GR,
Sometimes,
yes,
not always. Yeah. Okay.
yes. So here we will see how we can assign the serial number profile during the delivery of the product. And why is it important? Because that serial number is going to create an equipment in the system, and that equipment number and the serial number will be the unique identifier for me to do the services. So that whenever there is a complaint created in the interaction center or a system came for in-house repair, so to identify that, we would need that equipment detail and the serial number to verify that this is the same product which is coming for service. This is the same product that we had sold, right? So we'll see all those stuff. And what else? We create the maintenance plan, how the maintenance plan gets created, how the task list. Now you see task list here. Task list is a part of PM, not of the service. But since we are going to leverage task list in our maintenance scenario, so we will learn how do we create the task list, what is the use of task list, okay, how to leverage that in our service scenarios. And maintenance plan is a plan that we create in the system for the preventive services, right? So in preventive services, what happens that suppose we have sold a car and then we have to provide the maintenance services on a regular basis. So for that we create a preventive maintenance plan, and we associate it with the contract, and against that maintenance plan, system will automatically create the service order, and the team will start servicing against that maintenance order. Pricing, like pricing is one of the complex thing that is available in S4 HANA. So everywhere we use the same pricing, whether it's SD, CRM, C4C, or service, same pricing. Like in C4C, if we are using external pricing, then we are going to leverage the pricing procedure from the SD system, right? Same pricing we are going to use in the service as well. Okay, there
One
is no
question here.
difference. Hmm.
I mean, in external pricing, we are just fetching the pricing maintained in your ECC system or your
Correct.
S4HANA system, right?
Hmm.
But when you're working on S4HANA,
Hmm.
and if there is any issue with the pricing, you will have to
Hmm.
fix it yourself. So in
Correct.
that case, you should need, I mean, you're supposed to know the pricing in detail, both pricing and
Correct.
billing. So are you
Correct.
going to cover that part as well?
Yes. Yes. We'll see
Okay.
how we create a pricing procedure, condition table, condition record, condition type, everything.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Yeah.
And then interaction center, as I mentioned, like IC is a part of old CRM box that has been inherited in S4 HANA now. So we will see how the interaction center works here. Okay. Of course, not the integration area with CTI and all, but standalone, we will see how the interaction center works.
Are you going to give an overview of how the integration works in CTI? I mean, how exactly it
Uh,
works?
Overview I can give.
Okay.
Okay, but we would need Avaya and all for real time integration.
That I understand, but I mean, you
Mm,
cannot even show in C4C
correct.
when you can pass a dummy number and then just you can
Correct.
show it. But then how exactly it is done? Whether you,
Hmm.
I mean, you need some some service URLs from Avaya or CTI, and then you maintain it in C4C. What
Correct.
exactly you do in S4HANA?
Similar thing. Okay, I'll just show you the placeholder where we maintain it.
Okay.
All right, now next is on-site service. So basically we provide two types of services in SAP S4 HANA service. One we call it lean service, and second we call it advanced execution. Okay, earlier in SAP CRM box we were using lean service only, but here in S4 HANA service we have one advanced service available that is called S4 HANA advanced execution service. Okay, lean service is simple. You create a service request. Again, the service request, you create a service order, then you create a service confirmation, and then you do the billing. Job is done. Straightforward. This is the same we used to do in the SAP CRM box. If we are going to see the advanced execution, then in the advanced execution, we are going to leverage the plant maintenance functionality. So we will create a service request, we'll create a follow-up maintenance service order. That service order will be having a different document type that will create a maintenance order in PM. Okay, and then in PM we are going to assign the technician, we are going to use the task list, work center, all those things in a maintenance order, and then we will assign it to the technician. Technician will complete the work. Same thing that you do in FSM, we will do it here in the PM module. And then service confirmation, and then we'll see how we do the billing. Okay, so in the service order, when we create the maintenance order, there are some PR and PO scenarios also there. So whatever services we are going to provide to the customer, we do not see the like if the product is not available in the stock, then system will automatically create a PR from here, and that PR will go to the um, MM scenario where the PR will be converted into PO, and then it will be create a the product will come in the stock, and the stock will be updated, and then we'll use that product into our service scenario. Okay, so as you see, topic number 8 here is field service management, that is called on-site maintenance service. Okay, so if we want to not to use the FSM system, so of course if we are not using FSM system, that we may miss so many functionality that is available in the FSM, like the AI technologies and all, Google map functionality and all those things we are going to miss. But straightforward, we can directly assign the service calls activities to the technician. Technician will take up that job, they will perform the service, they will do the completion. That completion will come to the sales order, service order, and then we will send it forward for billing. Okay, other features like service order template, BOM anyway we have already spoken about it. We'll see the BOM in detail. Templates are like, we all know how the templates work in SD and C4C as well. Same, we will create the template and we'll keep it ready so that we will use those templates to create the transaction without much click. So in simple 2 or 3 click, we'll be able to create the transaction. Okay, next is in-house repair. Now in-house repair is like, if we have a functionality where we have commit our customer that if there is any fault, then we will bring the material back to our warehouse, and then we will fix it and send it back to you. Okay, so this is a kind of guided steps available in S4HANA service, where we create the service in-house repair order. Against the in-house repair, there is something called pre-check. In the pre-check, we will get multiple options, like what do we do next. Okay, we may have to leverage the SD functionality to bring the material back to the warehouse. Okay, that is WE02, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong, Shivapriya. Return order transaction type, what is that?
Sorry, written
What is
order?
the return order transaction type?
Is that RE, right? RE,
ZRE.
RE.
Yes. We also have C bar, right?
I'm not sure.
Okay, so we have certain transactions available. Okay, so what do we do in the in-house repair? We create the in-house repair transaction, then we do the inbound delivery using the SD functionality. We will do the what do you call, the delivery, we do the GR, and once the product is back to the warehouse, we may have a quotation functionality where we will send the quotation to the customer, taking the approval of the repair cost. And once they approve it, we will create a repair order, and once the repair order gets completed, we will do the outbound delivery, GR, to send the product back to the customer, and then billing and invoicing. Any question in the in-house repair?
No, I'm good.
All right. So next is S4HANA service contract. So we will understand the concept of service contract in S4HANA. Okay, this is similar to the contract that is available in C4C, but C4C contract, as far as I remember, we are using the same what do you call, uh, same object for both sales and service contract, right, in C4C,
Yes.
but it's not same here. So sales contract is different, which is being used by the OTC people, SD guys, and we are going to use the service contract in S4HANA service. And we will use those service contracts for so many activities. For example, if you create a service contract saying that, okay, uh, you pay me this much money and let's create a contract, and then we will provide you continuous service on a recurring basis. That also you can do. Against the service contract, you also have a provision to charge from the customer on a recurring basis. Say, for example, if the service contract is valued $1,000, and then you say that, okay, I'll charge you $250 quarterly, that also you can do. We will also use these contracts in our service order and in-house repair both. Okay. So if we have created a contract against the customer stating that if there is any fault in the product, we will fix it free, and if that product comes as an in-house repair or as a normal lean order, then we will uh, correspond to the corresponding contract, and if the contract is active, then with the reference of the contract, we will create those service orders and we will fix the product, send it back to the customer free of cost, and we are going to charge the customer against the contract. Any question on service contract? Shivapriya, Ali?
No, no, Samir. Yeah.
Okay. All right, let's move on. Let's talk about S4HANA service maintenance plan and recurring services. So this is a kind of, when we have to provide recurring services to the customer, okay, it's a kind of preventive services that you provide to the customer. For example, when you purchase a car and then you say that, okay, we will give you services in every 3 months. Okay, so in that scenario, you're going to create the maintenance plan in the system, and against the maintenance plan, you leverage the calendar functionality where you decide that when you are going to create the maintenance order against the maintenance plan, and then you activate that maintenance plan, and then when the date and time will come, system will automatically create a service order against the maintenance plan, so that you do not forget to service your customer. That is the benefit of it. So when you have to provide recurring services, then you create those maintenance plan, you schedule it, and you keep it active. And whenever the date and time comes, system will automatically create a maintenance order. When the maintenance order gets created, it will be automatically or manually. So depends how you configure your system. You'll assign it to the technician so that you can provide the services. All right. Any
It's like a
question?
normal service what we take for our equipments, right? The same way.
Correct.
So annual
Correct.
maintenance, like what we do. So
Yes.
maintenance work.
Yes.
Okay.
Same way. Correct. So in AMC, what happens? No, you create an AMC and then you sit and wait for the customer to call you and say that, boss, my product is default. I mean, there's some fault in my product. Please service. Okay. And here in the maintenance plan and recurring service, you already have a scheduled service. You have a service scheduled for the customer. Okay, you don't wait for
Okay.
the customer to call you up and say that, hey, we have an AMC with you, let me provide the services. Not like that. Okay, so there's a slight difference between these two. Okay, when you create an AMC, you you may have to wait for the customer to call you up, okay, and provide the service and raise a complaint so that you can provide the service. But here in the maintenance plan gets created when you have to mandatorily provide services to the customer on a
Okay.
regular basis. Yeah, that's the difference. All right, then we have integration to sales. So here we have to see what all integration points are between sales and service order. Of course, one is delivery, which is very important. GI, that is very important. Okay, and return order, that is very important. So these all are the touch points, and then gradually we'll see when we will go through all the topics of services, we will see what all the touch points related to SD scenario. All right. Okay, now let's talk about service monitoring and analytics. Okay, so we will see how the we can leverage the reports in the S4HANA for all the service scenarios. Okay, so
So
we'll
reporting
see
is
like mhm,
analytics. Is
mhm.
it a part of the system, or is it like integrated to?
It's not as flexible as C4C is. Okay, because
Mhm.
C4C, whosoever works on C4C reports, I mean, I have worked quite a lot on C4C, so my expectation was also the same, that we will use the
Mhm.
object and data sources and will create whatever report is required. But that is
Yeah.
not as flexible as C4C here. Okay, it's
Okay.
little tricky. Okay, so
Mhm.
that is why we always recommend to use SSE, okay, for the flexible services reportings. But we will see
Okay.
whatever is available inside the S4HANA box.
Mhm. Okay.
Okay. All right. Now let's see what all the advanced features that is available in S4HANA service. One is advanced shipment, okay, or consignment stock. What is advanced shipment? Any idea? Any of you, Ali?
Yeah. So when you know ship the parts required on a regular basis, or
Mm-hmm.
the stock you maintain the stock on the customer premises, so
Mm-hmm.
that it can be used by the technician as and when it is needed. That's
Correct.
the advanced shipment.
Correct. Any other scenario, Shivapriya?
No, Samir, I'm not sure.
Okay, I'll tell you another example. Okay, suppose we have brought the customer's equipment back for service. Okay, and then we said to the customer, hey, this will take 20 days to fix the part and send it back to you. In that case, customer says, hey, we cannot wait for that much day, send me a replacement product. Okay, that is also a part of advanced shipment and consignment stock.
I think that is loan device management, right?
Loan device is different thing. Loan device meaning I am sending you a replacement product to you, and once I will fix your product, I'll send it to you and I'll bring my product back. That is called loan device.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, here what we are doing is we are sending the replacement product to the customer, and we are going to bill the product that we have brought in to the customer, and we will put this back into our stock as a refurbished product.
Okay.
Yeah, so we'll see all that. These all are the flavors of services that we do in the manufacturing industries.
Hmm.
Okay.
Okay. So loan
Yeah,
devices, is that also going to get covered, or is that
loan
not a part?
device is not there in service, but if we really, if the client has that scenario, then we can do that. It's not like it's not configurable. We
Okay.
can configure that.
Okay.
Then advanced shipment from procurement. Okay, so here what we are doing is we have brought in the material to fix, and then customers say that, hey, I cannot wait for that long, give me the another product, and that another product is not available in the stock. Then what we do is we procure the product from somewhere else and send it to the customer's location. Okay,
Okay.
then
So once the
return and
original one is repaired, Samir, you send that back, or he will have only the product which
depends,
you have
it
purchased
has
here?
both scenarios. Okay, in loan scenarios, what we do is we will bring back the new product that we have sent, and we will send the old product after fixing it to the customer. Okay, second scenario is we will have a negotiation with the customer, and customer will say that no, 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 we will not take that damaged product anymore. You keep it with you. Tell me how much money I need to give. And that damaged product, we will keep it back to the stock. Okay, and of course we cannot keep that back to the stock as a new product, right? Because that's a used product. So for
Correct. Yeah.
that,
Mhm.
split valuation will come into picture from okay, and the refurbishment will also come in the picture, because directly we cannot put the product back to the stock which we have brought in as an in-house repair. Okay, so we will have to put it into the refurbishment, okay, where we will use the leverage the PM functionality. Okay, and we will put into a refurbishment product, and then we'll give it another batch to it and put it back to the stock, so that we can sell it again as a refurbished product to the customer. Okay, these are little complicated process. We'll learn these in details. Okay, return unused part from technician. Okay, equipment master, how do we create equipment and everything. Categorization schema. Okay, what is categorization schema? We use it in SAP CRM on premise. Okay, categorization schema is multi-level categorization, where we are creating a service request, then we categorize the issue. Okay, based on the categorization schema we configure in the system. This is actually an end user activity. This is not a configuration. So we put a configuration, sorry, master data. This is a master data work where we create the categorization schema in the system, so that we can use that into our transaction. Like for example, if a material come as an in-house repair, then you have to categorize it, like in which bucket you want to put. Why do you want to categorize it? So that at an year end you can go through the data and understand what kind of repair work is coming into your organization, and how you can put a permanent fix, or how you can optimize it in a better way. For that you are going to use the categorization schema. Okay, then we have dropship business scenarios, controlling FSM, SD, MM, PM, and HR integration. So we are going to talk about all those integration that comes into the picture in order to perform the end-to-end service scenarios. Where are we using the controlling? Where are we using FSM, SD, MM, PM, and HR?
So the advanced shipment, drop shipment, all of these things, are you going to
Mhm.
cover in detail, or is it just an
Yes, yes,
overview that
these
you
all
can
are
give?
will be covered in details. Yes,
Okay.
because there's a lot of configuration you have to do in the system in order to make it available.
Okay.
Yeah?
So this training is 30 hours long, right?
Correct.
Okay. So after completing the training, where
Mhm.
do you think I'll stand? Will I be able to work on a project if I'm given a chance?
See, I mean, it's quite subjective question. Okay.
Hmm.
But if you really, I mean, do hands-on even after the training, then definitely you would be. Okay.
Hmm.
See, you are coming from a CX background. You
Hmm.
understand the fundamentals of service, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You just need to understand how the system works. Okay,
Yeah.
and from a Shiva Priya standpoint, since you are coming from an SAP S4HANA background, so it is easier for you to configure the system, because you have seen the system in and out, and at many places you are going to leverage the SD functionality. Okay, so you both have some advantage to learn this, but yes, it will really require a good hands-on doing. Okay, if you'll only come in the training and next day we'll move ahead, and if you'll not do the practice, then it is going to be tough.
Hmm. Yeah. Correct.
Yeah, all
So
right.
I think 30 to 40% is SD, as far as I know, right? I mean, the functionalities,
Not
they overlap.
really, but at least 20% yes. I told you, uh, delivery, GR, return order. These three are the main objects of SD that we are going to use in the service.
And pricing and billing,
Okay,
of course, right?
pricing and billing, of course, yes. But pricing was anyway there in CRM on premise. Billing was there already in CRM on premise.
Mhm.
Right? PM we are going to use 20%.
Okay.
Yeah, and rest is this.
Okay.
Okay.
Hi, Samir.
So this.
Uh,
Mhm.
I just joined. My name myself Raju. I'm working as a CS consultant, SAP CS consultant.
Okay.
I have
Okay.
15 years of experience.
Mhm.
So uh, the Naveen just sent me the link. So I joined this
Okay.
15 minutes back.
Okay. Okay. All right.
So I have one question, like, say, how
Mhm.
about this organizational management? So because enterprise structure is completely different when compared to the regular process here,
Mhm.
because
Mhm.
this is
Mhm.
complete integrate with the HR, right?
Mhm. Mhm.
So will you be covering from the determining a service technician and the service and the organizational management?
See, I think you have joined a little late, so that's why you missed this question. Okay, so I've already spoken about it. So we are going to leverage the SD sales area in our service scenario.
Hmm.
Okay, so
Okay.
all the configurations that has been used in the SD scenario, we are going to use it here. Okay, and from the service scenario, we are going to create the organization structure from scratch. Okay,
Okay.
and then we are going to do the org determination. We are going to create the positions, we are going to create the employees, and we will make the system to identify the right employee for the service transaction.
So determination of the technician, yes.
Yes.
Okay. Okay, then it's fine.
All
So
right.
Samir,
Mm-hmm.
sometimes during interviews, let's say if
Mm-hmm.
there is an interview related to field service management, right? They talk
Mm-hmm.
about integrations to S4HANA. So after
Mm-hmm.
completing this training, will I be having enough understanding that I can talk about the S4HANA processes, how they are run, and some amount
Yes.
of.
Mm-hmm. See, that's not the anticipation. I mean, it depends like who the interviewer is. Okay, because all the basic setup is being done by the basis guy. The configuration that is being done by the S4 guy for the integration is start when the handshake between the system is done.
Mhm. Yeah.
Okay, so the handshake is done. Now there is something called initial download. Okay, creating a filter. What data is going to move to S4 HANA to C4C? What data is going to move to FSM? What all filters you have to do? What all configurations you have to do in the FSM system? Those
Mhm.
all I'll talk about it. Of course, from the service scenario, not from the other system.
Mhm. Yeah, yeah, I understand that.
Mm.
Okay.
All right. So here we are talking about in what LOBs we are going to use. Okay. So R&D manufacturing. I think this is more of a you know theory thing. Okay, motivation to run S4HANA service. We can do more automated, we can predict and control, innovate and save. See, this is all funda. Okay, I'm not going to talk about these things. Okay, here this is important. Okay, we can see how we can leverage the SAP service in the intelligent enterprise module. Okay, here we have customer service on your left hand side, where you have chat, email, IoT, phone and everything. Then you have service operations that we are using in the S4 HANA service, and then we have field service management, where we can leverage the field service management for the optimized field services for the technician. SAP service strategy, integration of back office and front office functionality. So in past we had SAP CRM, and then um, CS will also consider it as a past, though it is
Yes.
still there in the system, but that is going to go away soon. Okay, so both is going to be replaced with the S4 HANA service. That is the future.
And Samir, one thing like see, we have seen like not most of the clients are not using this service management, right? Maybe in the
Mhm.
future it is a must to have they have to
I'll
go
tell
with
you why they are not using. Okay. See, there are many good products in the market from SAP. Okay. I'm telling you my
Mhm.
personal experience. Okay. I have been in SAP for more than 15, 16 years. Okay. Uh, SAP is doing more hodgepodge in terms of CX market. Okay. There is it's so messy. Okay. Within
Mhm.
the product itself. Okay. We have
Correct.
C4C started with Hybris, now converted into C4C, then they converted it cloud for sales, cloud for service, and then they brought in this CPQ. Okay, then they brought in customer management. Okay, CS was already there, and now this service. Okay, 7 modules. Okay, so it is
Mhm.
very difficult for a customer to choose. Okay, so what happens whenever the RFP comes? Okay, so SAP decides what product to push. Okay, because the RFP comes to SAP first, and then they will decide, okay, these all modules will be there, and then it will go to all the system integrated companies, right? And they'll have to quote according to what all product is being added by SAP. So this is how it works. Okay. Secondly, I don't know. I mean, if you haven't worked on C4C, I have worked on C4C personally. Okay, I have worked
Mm.
I've started working C4C from 2015. Okay, and from that day itself, I was so confident that this product is not going to work. But surprisingly, that product worked for more than 7, 8 years, and it is still doing good. Why?
Okay.
Because SAP is pushing it.
C4C,
Okay,
right?
C4C, yes. Why? Because SAP is pushing it. Okay, I have seen C4C being implemented in many of the organization just as a ticketing tool from service perspective. From
Mm-hmm.
sales, you have a little to do, and if you do not have a backend system, then C4C is good for nothing. Okay, but we all have survived in C4C era for more than 7, 8 years. I personally have worked in C4C for 7, 8 years. Okay,
Okay.
but now they have brought in C4C V2. Okay, and then they had C4C, no, SAP customer management module. I don't know if you have
Yes, yes.
heard about
Correct.
it.
Yes, yes.
Okay,
Yeah.
you heard about it, right?
Yes, yes.
That was an add-on on S4HANA. Okay, I have worked on one implementation of customer management module, and from that time I was confident that this product is going to come and become a part of the integrated suite of S4HANA. And slowly and gradually that happened. Because if the customer goes with C4C, it will be a lot of pain, because it's not only the implementation cost, there will be license cost, implementation cost, integration cost, one middleware tool. Okay, so all this costing is going to be add on for a customer if they go for C4C. I'm not
Mhm.
trying to defame C4C. Okay, C4C has given me enough bread and butter
Mm.
to me for 4 or 5 years. Okay, but that's a
Mhm.
fact. Okay, that's a fact, because customer has to pay a lot, and if the consultants are not good, they're not going to use C4C at its best. Okay, so
Mm.
I myself have seen many projects where C4C has been used just as a contact management system. Okay, only to add the contacts or only to create opportunities. Okay, and from
Okay.
service side only to create a complaint. Okay, because I mean, as on today also, service cloud has nothing. Okay, in sales we have really good features available, and when you are leveraging S4 HANA, but service it has nothing. Okay, if you have a complex service scenario, you'll not be able to cater it through service management, C4C service, either it's V1 or V2, whatever. V2 is still
Mhm.
immature. Okay, now
Okay.
when we sit with a customer, when we are deciding what module to suggest, okay, if the customer is from the manufacturing background, then definitely they'll go with service. Okay, if the
SM,
customer,
like service
yes, service
management.
management, of course, yes. Okay, if the customer has to use all those gimmicky terms like integration with Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, take the tickets from there. Okay, if they want to use all those things, then we suggest them C4C, because those things you'll not be able to do it from S4HANA. But if you have core service, then you'll have to use S4HANA service. It may be a little
Yes.
higher cost for the customer, but it's a one-time cost, right? And there is no
Okay.
integration drama here. C4C, S4HANA, there is hell lot of integration drama. Data is not flowing, check in SMQ1, check in web service monitoring. So many
Okay.
issues are there.
But SM is a inbuilt product for the S4 HANA, right? SM.
Exactly.
Inbuilt
Earlier
product.
it was not.
Uh-huh.
Earlier it was customer management, that was an add-on. So customer had to pay license fees and to buy that add-on, and the basis guy used to put that add-on into the portfolio so that you can see service. But now it
Okay.
is a part
Inbuilt.
of it. Okay, like for example, if I can show you my system, if you come here, you see this service, right? So now
Yes.
it's a standard. And for you, if you are a CS guy, see, this CS is going to go away.
Top one.
Okay,
Top one. Yes. Yes.
this one, yes, this CS is
Yes.
going to go away. So what we have to do is we have to leverage all the integration that you were using between CS and PM. Now we are going to do service and PM.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
Yeah,
So it's complete different. The configuration and setup, everything different.
all
What
are
we use in the
completely,
customer service.
exactly, completely different. Yeah,
But process wise same only. The terminology
process
process wise
wise same.
same,
Yeah, configuration wise different.
but the entire area and the configuration area is completely different.
It's all different. Somewhere you will use CS, sorry, SD. Okay, like for example, if you come here, try to do the pricing, system will take you SD to the SD pricing.
Yes,
Okay,
yes.
if you come here in
Pricing
the
from SD
pricing,
has to come.
yeah, you go to configure pricing, system will take you to the all these are SD pricing.
Right.
But this is the future.
Yes, yes.
So SM
But
is a recent thing. What do you think? I mean,
yeah, you can go
Wake
ahead.
up.
Go ahead.
hello, are you able to hear me?
Yeah, Ali, yeah.
Yeah. So is SM a new model? Is it a recent innovation, or
It's a new
what
model,
exactly?
yes. It's
Recent.
a new
Is it
module.
matured enough, or
It
do
is
you think it
matured,
is?
yes. Because it's the same box.
Okay.
It's the same box, same CRM box.
Okay.
Yeah,
So probably in the maybe from next year onwards, after 2027, maybe we are going to see a lot of demand of this, right?
definitely.
Hmm.
See, I'll tell you my personal experience. I have done two very complex implementation of SAP S4HANA service, which is like $1 billion companies.
Hmm.
Okay, they were fully dependent upon Salesforce, not even
Okay.
C4C, and they had heavily customized Salesforce to get their business process running, and then they have
Mhm.
migrated to service because there was a lot of integration issues, and because of the heavy development, and we all know that Salesforce is pretty expensive as compared to C4C and all. It's very expensive as compared to C4C, but at that point in time customer has no choice. And then the um, SAP is not very tightly integrated with Salesforce, of course, because of the competition. So in all these complex scenario, SAP service fits the best. That is what I see. I don't know about the future, but we can predict only, right?
So if this kind, so CS is if CS are using so many, that lot of clients are using customer service.
Hmm.
If it is a sunset for the CS, if there is a deadline, there is no option. I think so, right?
Yeah. That is for sure. That is for sure. That is going to go. That is going to happen. There is no doubt about it. That CS is going to go away. It has already been announced, right?
Hmm.
It may get extended, okay, for 6 months, 1 year, 2 years max, but the customer has no choice but to migrate. Like for example, when CRM came, okay, I started working from CRM 7.0, okay, then 7.1, 7.2, okay, but customer did not migrate, they did not upgrade, okay, and then SAP ultimately gave a deadline that, boss, we are not going to support. And then all of a sudden there was a lot of project all over the globe just for the upgrade, because customer has no option but to upgrade. We'll see the same thing here.
Okay, right.
All right, any other question, Shivapriya, from your side? So Raj, you joined a little late, so do you have any other question for me?
No, Samir, I'm good.
Okay, all right. Ali, how about you?
No, I think I'm good.
Okay, all right. If there's no further question, we are good to close the call.
Yeah.
So
Naveen,
if it
anything from
is,
you? Yeah, Raju.
if we are going, yeah, if we are going to the go further on this one, right? So which time
Mhm.
will be prefer for you, like to take up this class?
Okay, that is very important. Ali, what is your availability? Are you working in India time zone or any other time zone?
No, it's German time zone.
Acha. Okay. Hey, how about you, Shivapriya?
Samir, let's plan India evening 9 p.m. kind of
Yeah,
Monday
yeah,
to
that
Friday.
will work for me.
Is it possible to have it over the weekends? Maybe 2 hours?
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We can do that.
Yeah.
2 hours.
Okay.
Yes, 2 hours.
Saturday and 2 hours
Only
Sunday.
for 2 hours. Only for the weekends, you are saying, right?
Yeah.
Only for weekend, we'll try 1 or 2 class on the weekdays. What do you say, Ali?
Weekdays, I'm not sure because
Hmm.
I'm not really sure. Weekends is, I think I can manage on weekends, but
Okay,
weekdays, I'm not really sure.
okay,
Also, if
all
you're,
right.
if you're teaching one topic on,
Mm-hmm.
let's say, Monday, so I
Mm-hmm.
should be doing some practice on that as well, right? In order for
Mm-hmm.
me to have an understanding of the next topic. I mean, at least have a base for the next topic.
You are on our screen share here.
Sorry? Hello?
Sorry, go ahead, go ahead.
Yeah, so I mean, at least I should be having a base for the next topic. So if the course just, ends in 30 days, I would not be
No, no,
able to
no, no,
understand
not
anything.
like that. Not
Hmm?
like that. I was saying like 1 or 2 days on the weekend, weekdays, okay, and maybe one day on the weekend, something like that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Usually like that only. So weekday
yeah, yeah.
also, yeah, because so if on the weekend everyone got is anyone got the work, right, that going to be cancelled again, we have to wait for another week.
Correct, correct. Yes. And since we all are working, so we'll all have to be little flexible on the timing so that we can accommodate everybody.
So maybe Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, right?
Let's not keep it regularly, because I want to teach you one topic, give you at least one day gap, okay, so that
Mhm.
you can go through it, and next day we'll circle back, and then from there we'll go ahead. So like that you'll get sufficient time to do the practice of that.
Okay.
Morning time 7 o'clock, 7 a.m. will be the right time for you. 7:30 max.
Okay, we'll plan about it. Okay, let's finalize
Okay,
this
great.
first and then we'll talk on the timing. Okay.
Thanks, man.
Okay, all right then. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
All right.
Nice
Thanks,
speaking
man.
to you. Bye.